Kindness. Kindness is the sunshine in which virtue grows. What is kindness? The dictionary definition states kindness as the quality of being warm-hearted, considerate, humane, and sympathetic. But to me, kindness is so much more. Kindness isn't only the quality of being, it is also the act of doing favors for others without expecting anything in return. For instance, if you see that someone's parking meter is running low, then put an extra quarter in it. Also, if you see that the person in front of you in lineup is off a few cents, then throw in a few more. Nevertheless, kindness doesn't have to be big, nor does it have to cost a lot. Some acts of kindness are just very small and simple kind deeds, but even the smallest and simplest acts of kindness can make a difference in someone's life in a very big way. For example, if you see someone that looks lonely, don't just walk past them. Stop, say hello, and engage in a short conversation with them. You can also stop and hold the door open for the person behind you. What happened to the world and the society that once believed in acts of kindness? A time when people opened doors and said thank you when they did. A time when giving to others was just a natural, everyday occurrence. Kindness is its own reward. Together, as a world and a society, we can make a difference. What I did. I performed my first random act of kindness on Saturday, November 24, 2007, where I went to the Bedford Place Mall and randomly selected an angel from the angel tree. Although for others this task may seem quite easy, for me it wasn't. As I walked in the main doors of the Bedford Place Mall and saw the angel tree, I soon discovered that the task of picking an angel from the angel tree would be very difficult, as there were so many deserving children and only one in me. I soon realized that it would be best if I closed my eyes and randomly selected an angel from the angel tree. So that's what I did. I ended up getting a 7-year-old girl. My difficult task was not over yet. In fact, it just became harder. I had to find a present for the 7-year-old girl. Although I knew I could just get any gift, this was not an option for me. After searching and searching, I finally found what I thought the perfect gift was for a 7-year-old girl. It was a purse pal which opened up into an interactive pet house. The purse pal would allow the little girl to play, feed, and groom her very own virtual pet. I quickly bought it and brought it to customer service in the Bedford Place Mall. Before my second random act of kindness, on Sunday, December 9, 2007, where I donated clothing that I no longer wore to the Salvation Army. This random act of kindness all started on Sunday morning when I answered the phone, only to hear a voice recording from the Salvation Army exclaimed that they would be in the neighborhood and if our family had any donations to place them on the front step or drop them off in the bin outside of the Salvation Army. I soon realized that this would be such a good opportunity to do something not only for my project but for others as well. I wasted no time and I immediately began scurrying through my drawers. Eventually, when I was done, I had accumulated a full bag filled with everything from jeans to tops, sweaters to minis, hats to scarves, and even a coat. which I dropped off at the Salvation Army. Now instead of the clothing being thrown out, they would go to good use. I performed my third random act of kindness on Monday, December 10th, 2007, when I helped my mother shovel the driveway. This random act of kindness all started on Monday evening when I looked out of my front window as we were expecting a snowstorm. To my disappointment, there was not one flake of snow in the air, but there was something more important to me that caught my eye. It was my mother, and she was shoveling the driveway all by herself. Suddenly I realized that this would be a fantastic opportunity to do something not only for my kindness project, but for my mother as well. I quickly went downstairs, put on my snowsuit, and grabbed a shovel, where I went outside and started helping my mother shovel the driveway. I performed my fourth random act of kindness on Monday, January 7, 2008, where I reversed roles with my mother and prepared supper for my sister, my mom, and I. My father is in the military and works away from home, which leaves my mother with a lot of responsibilities, including cleaning the house, doing the laundry, preparing supper, cleaning the dishes, and on top of all that, going to work. Having a lot of responsibilities can really add up, especially when it's up to one person to do them all. Usually when my mother arrives home from work, she has a million other things to do, along with preparing supper for my sister, herself, and I, therefore leaving her with very little time for herself. I decided this would be a great opportunity to do something not only for my project, but for my mother as well. So after I arrived home from school, I reversed roles with my mother and made pizza for my family for supper. Before my fifth and final random act of kindness, on Saturday, January 12, 2008, when I returned a couple of shopping carts that were left in the store parking lot. It all started on Saturday afternoon when my family and I went to the grocery store to pick up some groceries. After we finished buying our groceries and were leaving the store, I noticed that there were a lot of grocery carts left in the parking lot. I decided that this would be a great opportunity to do something not only for my project, but for others as well. So I quickly began collecting grocery carts and placing them in the card corral. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Now it's your turn. Using the letters in kindness, create as many words as you can. The person who creates the most words will get a prize. The last winner made 43 words.